Deep in the heart of ancient Cambodia, where towering stone temples rise like mountains from the earth, there are stories carved into the walls. These are not ordinary stories. They are tales of gods and demons, battles of light against darkness, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. The Khmer bas-reliefs, those intricate stone carvings that cover the walls of Angkor Wat and other temples, hold these legends for all who care to look. Today we will uncover one of the greatest of these tales, the story of the demon-slaying gods of Khmer mythology. Our story begins in a time long before kings and empires, when the world was still young and the gods walked among men. The Devas, the gods of light and order, lived in harmony in the heavens. But beneath them, in the shadows, lurked the Asuras, the demons of darkness and chaos. The Asuras were powerful, cunning, and hungry for power. They wished to overthrow the gods and claim the heavens for themselves. For centuries the Devas and Asuras fought, neither side able to win. The world trembled under their battles, and the people prayed for peace. Then came the great churning of the ocean. The Devas and Asuras, tired of endless war, agreed to work together to obtain the nectar of immortality. They would churn the ocean like milk to bring forth this divine drink and then share it equally. They uprooted the great mountain Mandara and placed it in the ocean. The giant serpent Vasuki became the rope, and the gods and demons pulled on either side. The churning began, and the waters roared. From the depths of the ocean arose many wonders: the moon, the goddess of wine, the divine cow, and finally the nectar of immortality. But the Asuras, greedy as they were, tried to steal the nectar for themselves. A great battle erupted once more. The Devas, led by the mighty Vishnu, fought fiercely to protect the nectar. Vishnu took the form of the enchanting Mohini, a beautiful maiden, and tricked the Asuras into giving her the nectar. She then gave it only to the gods, ensuring their victory. The Asuras, defeated but not destroyed, retreated into the shadows, vowing revenge. This was not the end of their struggle. The Asuras returned again and again, each time with new tricks and greater power. But the gods had their champions, warriors of divine strength who stood between the demons and the world of men. One such hero was Indra, the king of the gods, wielder of the thunderbolt. He rode his great white elephant Airavata into battle, striking down demons with lightning. Another was Skanda, the god of war, who led armies of divine warriors against the Asuras. His spear never missed its mark, and his courage never wavered. Yet the greatest of them all was Vishnu, the preserver of the universe. He took many forms to protect the world from darkness. As Narasimha, the half-man, half-lion, he tore apart the demon king Hiranyakashipu, who could not be killed by day or night, inside or outside, by man or beast. As Krishna, he defeated the serpent demon Kaliya, cleansing the waters of poison. And as Rama, he waged war against the demon king Ravana, who had kidnapped his beloved Sita. These stories were not just myths to the Khmer people. They were sacred truths, carved into stone so that none would ever forget. The Khmer artisans who carved these legends into the walls of their temples did so with great care. Every detail, every expression, every weapon and gesture was chosen to tell the story clearly. If you look closely at the bas-reliefs of Angkor Wat, you will see the gods standing tall, their weapons raised, their faces fierce. The demons snarl and twist, their forms monstrous and wild. The battles rage eternally in stone, frozen in time for all to see. But these carvings are more than just art. They are a reminder, a warning. The fight between gods and demons is never truly over. Even today, darkness tries to rise. Greed, anger, and cruelty still walk among men. The gods may not ride elephants or wield thunderbolts in our world, but their lessons remain. Courage, justice, and wisdom are the weapons we must use against the demons of our time. As the sun sets over Angkor Wat, casting long shadows over the ancient stones, the carvings seem to come alive. The gods stand ready, watching over the world as they have for centuries. Their stories are not just history, they are a promise. So long as light fights against darkness, so long as good men remember the tales of the demon-slaying gods, the battle is not lost. And perhaps, in the quiet moments when the wind whispers through the temple halls, you might hear the echoes of an old chant. The gods are still with us. Light goes on.